Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 horrifying hidden meanings behind company logos. So, you see company logos everywhere. If you look around the room you're in right now, I'm sure you'll see at least 10. But sometimes there are scary hidden meanings behind the most famous logos. If you've ever used an Apple product, worn Timberland boots, drank a drink from Starbucks, watched a movie by MGM, ate a McDonald's, or smoked a Marlboro, prepared to be stunned. Before we get into it, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too? Coming in at number 10 we have Apple. It's no secret that often companies change their logos. This could be a big change or a small change. Well, in the past 10 years, Apple's done many small changes to their logo. When it was founded on April 1st, 1976, their logo was very different to how it looks today. It pictured Sir Isaac Newton sitting underneath an apple tree, the same apple tree where he came up with the theory of gravity. This logo, made by one of the Apple founders, was quickly changed, however. It was changed to the more familiar rainbow apple with a bite taken out of it. Now, at first, this looks like a colourful, friendly logo, but it actually has kind of a creepy secret meaning to it. First off, let's talk about why the apple had a bite taken out of it. The apple was actually a reference to Alan Turing. Alan Turing is one of the grandfathers of computer technology. He worked as a computer scientist during World War II for Britain, during which time he decoded many German computer messages. He then explained to the British Army what the Germans were going to do, and many say he's one of the main reasons Germany did not win World War II. However, in 1954, Alan was convicted of a crime. This was having relations with another man, which was not allowed at the time. Instead of becoming a criminal, he chose to take his own life. He put cyanide, a poison, inside an apple and took a bite. So that's why the Apple logo is an apple with a bite taken out of it. And the reason why it's in rainbow colors is because Alan was LGBT. Of course, this is a reference to the LGBT flag. This is kind of a sad and dark history to Apple's logo, but it does commemorate a guy who did some great things and unfortunately did pass away. Next up is Timberland. How many of you guys have worn Timberland shoes? If you're lucky enough to own a pair, then you're much like many celebs who have also been seen wearing them. They seem to never go out of style. They look very cool and unique, however their logo is kind of boring, right? I mean, it seems like it's just a simple tree. But this is not any old tree. If you look closely, it's actually a hanging tree. That's right, this is a tree that people, more specifically Black Americans, were hung on. After blacks were freed in America, many hangings took place of them. This mainly happened in the south of the USA, but also happened sometimes in the north. So according to the experts, the Timberland tree is actually one of those hanging trees. I have to say that's pretty creepy. Next up we have Starbucks. Much like Apple technology and Timberland boots, Starbucks is seen as a luxury item. We all know their drinks prices are not exactly cheap, and their logo is famous worldwide, with a new Starbucks store opening every 11 hours. We all know that green, instantly recognizable mermaid, but if you go to the first ever Starbucks location in Washington, you won't see this anywhere. Instead, you'll see Starbucks' original first logo. And out of the 24,000 Starbuckses around the world, it's the only franchise with that original logo. The Starbucks logo is not a mermaid, however, instead it's a siren. In the original logo, the siren had nothing covering her chest. And it also shows her double fishtail. The double fishtail is supposed to signify an invite for men, if you know what I mean. That's because in mythology, sirens used to lure fishermen to where they were in the water. They would then capsize their ships and take the sailors' lives. It seems Starbucks is trying to distance itself from this original logo. Every new logo they come out with, it seems to lose more and more of the original look. Now the chest cannot be seen whatsoever as it's covered by hair, and while you kind of can see the top of the siren's two legs, they're pretty much cropped out. But no matter what Starbucks does to their logo, you now know the history and truth. Next up is MGM. Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, better known as MGM, have made some of the most famous movies in the world. Every time you go to the movie theater or watch a movie on Netflix, I'm sure you're used to seeing this big roaring lion. As a kid, and likely also as an adult, you probably wondered, how did they film that lion roaring? Is it simply CGI? Well, the answer is no, they did this in real life way before CGI even existed. But there's some creepy things about the lion they used, named Jackie. Many say this lion is haunted. That may sound crazy, but hear me out. First off, Jackie was being transported on a train, but the train crashed. Many were severely injured, but Jackie was okay. Another time, Jackie was being transported on a plane, and the plane crashed. Again, Jackie was okay while others were not. Then, in one of the areas where Jackie was being kept, an explosion happened. Once again, Jackie was fine and others were not. Jackie was later on a boat and the boat crashed. And you guessed it, Jackie was fine while others weren't. Later on, Jackie was also in an earthquake and was okay. And later on in Jackie's life, it was in another train crash and survived. So, Jackie has survived 2 train crashes, a plane crash, an explosion, a boat crash, and an earthquake. That's absolutely insane and has led to many saying Jackie is haunted. I don't often believe in paranormal things, but when there's that much evidence, maybe this line really is haunted. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Next up is McDonald's. While it may not be good for you, who doesn't love chomping into a tasty McDonald's burger?
This is a tasty burger.
I bet as a kid you drove past those 2 golden arches and you said, "Mom, please can we go get some McDonald's?" And depending on whether she was feeling nice or not that day, she would have either said there's food at home or pulled right into the drive-thru. I know which option my mum went for, but what do those golden arches really mean? Of course, they were first designed to show the letter M in McDonald's. But in the 1960s, McDonald's hired a design consultant called Louis Cheskin. They wanted him to come up with a new logo for the franchise. But Louis turned down the millions of dollars they offered. Instead, Louis said they have the perfect logo. He said, "Keep your logo because it sends the perfect subliminal message." At first, the McDonald's executives didn't know what he was talking about. But he then said the breast-shaped arches will bring in more and more customers. The McDonald's executives quickly caught on to what he was saying and realized he was a genius. They did many tests on this and it's true, people do really associate the McDonald's arches with that. So next time your kid's reaching for those golden arches, it gives you something to think about. Next up is Marlboro. If you guys happen to smoke, there's a pretty big chance you smoke Marlboro. They are the best-selling and most famous cigarette brand in the world. They're owned by Philip Morris International, the largest tobacco company on earth. And thanks to their iconic advertising in sporting events, everyone knows the brand. Not to mention their marketing characters like Marlboro Man. It's said that Marlboro is the second most recognizable brand on earth, coming second to Coca-Cola. But since the mid-80s, many have said their iconic packaging resembles the KKK. If you look at it, it does kind of make sense. The Klan's hats are a white triangle. And if you turn the pack to the side, the triangle does make the letter K. This happens on the front, back, and on the side, making 3 Ks. And some say if you look between the horse's legs, you can actually see 2 men in white robes carrying a banner. This is a theory that's been thrown around, but do you think it's true or not? Nevertheless, there's some insane things hidden in some famous logos I never knew about. If you look around your house, I'm sure you'll find many, if not all of the things we talked about in this video. So now you can fill in your family and friends all about the secret meanings behind these famous logos. Your Apple phone, your Timberland boots, your Starbucks drink, your MGM movies, your McDonald's food, and your Marlboro cigarettes will never be the same again. Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the craziest hidden meaning behind a famous company logo. I think it's the MGM line, as I'm convinced that Jackie may in fact be haunted. If you guys want more amazing videos, check out my second Life Hacks channel. There'll be a link to that on screen in a moment, so why not head over there and subscribe. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.